If we are found, the Zealots will not negotiate. They deserve whatever punishment we see fit to administer.
Great serpents keep you. our trade routes will look like now that Hasmek is begun. One wrong move, your credits.
The Great Serpent. Need to see what I'm carrying. Indeed I do. I am so grateful for you.
I had my doubts about... Here.
Great Serpent spared us.
That's all we need. Enjoy Neon.
Instant sensory overload.
Not an off-world guide.
I do not know about you, but I am starting to suspect that Benjamin Bayou has a slightly inflated view of himself. Did you see something?
I'm not a fan of this kind of music, but the noise provides ample cover. It's the world's most exotic accident. They found the drug in the fish oil, of all things. But oil is an old story, one of grease and flame. The grease turns the wheels of commerce, and the flame attracts the moths. So be careful walking these streets, my delicate little insect. Venture too close, and you'll burn your wings. I'm in town for business. My client leaves a mess, I clean it up. I'm an independent contractor, working for some very wealthy clients. They open deals, I close them. There might be. I originally came here to complete a business deal, but the client, in a fit of foolishness, decided to close on their own. Rather than dispose of the evidence properly, they left it in a warehouse. Real amateur stuff. So there are some loose ends that need tying, and I prefer a third party handle it. Would you be interested? It's a simple job. I need you to pick something up and sell it. Giving you any more information would be unwise. I'm giving you half of my usual fee, which, according to my clients, is a ransom 3 times over. But I'm worth every cred. You'll find the merchandise in a locker in the warehouse behind Neon Tactical. Gangs in Ibside often use their area to peddle their sunshine and lollipops, so if shit's puckaroo, you'll have to improvise. Once you secure the merchandise, sell it to Coleman Lang at the Trade Authority, so it's part of their regular inventory. Return here when the job is done. What now? Goodbye.
This Aurora's...
Neon security, move out of the way. You're here to report a... Then it's your first time being in Neon. Right now, I'm dealing with a stabbing in Ebside, a junkie ready to toss himself off the platform, 2 robberies, and a stripped spaceship. So unless you're here to tell me that the trade tower is about to fall into the ocean, it can probably wait, right? Yeah, sure. Okay. Important. Aurora is the lifeblood of Neon, and anyone that disagrees is either delusional or a liar. Bayou is literally pulling gold out of the sea. He's got everyone hooked on the stuff and has a stranglehold on the prices. The man's a genius. He actually had enough clout to convince the entire Freestar Collective that a highly addictive narcotic can be legalized. And between you and me, I don't even touch the stuff, but I'll be damned if I don't enjoy the money it brings in. Neon is Bayou's house. Nothing happens in the city without his blessing. Doesn't matter if you're a sewer rat or a millionaire, you answer to him just the same. And you better answer with cash, or he won't lift a finger. Screw with a guy or try to complain to a higher authority, and I can personally promise to you that he'll make you disappear. But if you're pulling in cash and you're smart enough to let him shave a little off the top, he'll look the other way. Sorry, I've heard Neon security called a lot of things, but never the law. I guess you could say we enforce the rules just enough to keep the city from falling apart. But we're really here as Bayou's private army. You can find the Freestar Rangers in the city, but they're smart enough to keep their heads down and their hands clean. If you're looking for law and order, you're not gonna find it in Neon. Keep your nose clean, and we won't have any problems.
Traveling with you is rarely dull.
hell do you want?
Need something? Yeah? What? Not a bad gun. Good balance, weight. Allied Armaments is a UC company, but their stuff is military grade. But that is not the issue here. That gun is hotter than a frying pan full of fish grease. I'm not giving you anywhere near market rate. Ha! Should have known better than to try and fool a weapons expert. All right, I'll pay you what it's worth. But only because I know for a fact NSEC won't come looking for it. Yeah. All right, buzz off. Busy.
See, car's not real. Justification that will ride.
Galbank ATMs are spread throughout the settlement.
Yes? Then my client can finally relax. He's a very tense man, you see. Tried to smile once, years ago, and didn't like the fit. But I digress. Here's your payment, as promised. Enjoy the rest of your time here in Neon. Yes, but I never work with the same client twice. Call it a personal rule. May we live?
Go and get yourself a drink. It's time to party.
Industry, and the Military. The true backbone of the United Colonies. No matter how they attempt to
Sidonia. The UC. I suspect the soul system would be abandoned otherwise.
That tracker agent was looking around for help with something.
Do you imagine anyone...
It's hard not to worry when your spouse is the one doing all the hard work.
Greetings, my child. Very well. Please accept this gift in peace and prosperity. Blessed is the Lord, for he giveth to those less fortunate. May I assist you with anything else?
There are other beliefs in this universe. How can you be so certain yours...
That is where faith comes in. God merely points us in the right direction, but it is up to us to accept it and follow the path to him. Then you are already on the right path. May God's grace and blessings be with you always. If you ever find yourself needing spiritual guidance, I will be here for you. In its simplest form, Sanctum Universum believes that God has given us the ability to manipulate the heavens so that He may lead us to Him. As such, we accept those from all the faiths of old, provided they seek faith in the Almighty Creator. Because to truly follow the teachings of our Lord and Creator, you must still have faith. Were He to simply lead us to Him directly, it would defeat the purpose. You see, our mortal journey is still an important part of the human experience. We must learn and grow in our lives. Only then can we prove we are worthy of joining Him in the hereafter. I help run this community center along with my associate, Joy. People from all walks of life are always welcome to come here and share this space for whatever purpose they need. I am also here to assist those seeking faith in God, under the Sanctum Universum, as we lack a true spiritual center here on Mars. We will always offer assistance to anyone who needs it, regardless if they choose to follow our faith. One is not conditional upon the other. We would never turn someone in need away. And we will happily serve those of any level of need. Happily. God is wonderful and works in mysterious ways. You may feel down on your luck, but rest assured, He has a plan for you. Certainly. We don't currently have the soup kitchen open, but when we do, you are more than welcome to join us. Unfortunately, that is not the sort of assistance we can deliver, except in rare circumstances where we can help organize a fundraiser. You may feel free to use one of the community sleep pods, so long as it is unoccupied. We only ask that you take good care to leave it in the same state you find it in. Certainly. Take this, and may God be with you. We will always offer assistance to anyone who needs it, regardless if they choose to follow our faith. One is not conditional upon the other. We would never turn someone in need away, and we will happily serve those of any level of need. I have already given you something recently, have I not? The Lord is generous, but greed is a sin, and I must reserve aid for others as well. When a week has passed, I will gladly give more. Thank you for understanding. I'm always available for your religious needs.
Hey! Haven't seen you around here before. Did you just move in? Wait, did I win some sort of contest I forgot I entered? Or are you reading my mind? Just like Gorthenia in Book 19. I'm just joking. Obviously, no one can read minds. But yeah, those are my favorite books of all time. I'm actually trying to collect all the first editions. I've tracked them down, but I could use some help actually getting them. Don't suppose you'd be willing to help out another super fan? I'll pay you back. And then some. They're these old science fiction fantasy books about space and good versus evil and a mysterious magical relic called the Dragon Star. Now, there's this team of heroes who fight space wizards, and dragons, demons, and whoever else seeks to take over the galaxy using the Dragon Star. Don't worry, you'll get your money as long as you bring me that first edition copy of Dragon Star Force Volume 1. I have waited so long. Ooh, yeah. I'm probably not the best person to ask about this. I mostly stay inside. Watch movies, read books, and hang out with my friends. But there's a couple of bars around here. One's for the mine workers and one for everyone. Some people like hiking around Mars. It's a cool planet for that, I hear. People just kind of make their own fun here. New Atlantis, this ain't. What's that supposed to mean? But just because I look like I couldn't bench press a stick of raw spaghetti, I don't fit in here? Nah, just kidding. I got some issues that prevent me from working, and modern medicine could only help so much. I was offered an experimental treatment, and unfortunately, instead of getting cool superpowers, I got more medical conditions. But it's okay. They offered me this condo and set me up with enough money to get by without working. I live pretty well, all things considered. Bored? Are you kidding me? I got more entertainment at my fingertips than I'll ever finish, even if it takes forever to get to Sidonia. I don't think I'll ever be bored, and I'm certainly not going to waste my life working if I don't have to. I try not to let it get me down. Right now, I'm just focused on living the best life possible. I may have been dealt a shit hand of cards, but I decided to say, screw that! I'm gonna play however I want instead. Though some things would be easier if I wasn't bound to my home. Well, I don't have the kind of money to pick up and leave. And otherwise, I kind of like it in Sidonia. My friends live here. Yeah, I get some credits every month, but I'm no millionaire. Besides, I share my money. I blow it all on games, movies, comics, books, and other stuff for me and my friends. I feel like it's better to spend it now. Create good memories for us. Yeah, thanks. You too. Nice to have visitors. Return of the Interceptor. It was cool, but I think the series is starting to get old. We'll see how number 8 is. I saw a cool horror movie called That. Just that. Scared the crap out of me. Nothing new. Oh, wait. I saw a movie about this weird bug that looked like a stick and it danced. Not sure what they were going for. But it was fun. Oh, there was this live-action movie adaptation of an old animated show. Oh, it was so bad. My friends and I almost died laughing. We had to stop like 3 times just to catch our breath. I accidentally started watching the sports movie because it was on and I was too lazy to change the channel. It's about this underdog team full of losers. It goes on to win the championship. You know the one I'm talking about? Anyway, it wasn't bad. Hey, have you ever seen Das Raumschiff? Everyone says it's amazing, but I don't know. It seemed kind of boring to me. It just goes on and on and on. I recently binged a bunch of older flicks from before people left the system. A lot of them still hold up. The Radical Adventures of Jim and James. Yeah, it's super old, but it still made me crack up. Have you seen the new Norvici movie? I mean, I didn't like it as much as his last film, but it was all right. Oh, yeah, I recently saw 2 Dates for Darla 4. It was hilarious. Even better than the first. Oh, I saw a movie about this magic-using gnome who goes on this grand fantasy adventure and gets into all sorts of trouble. Wish I could remember the name. Have you seen the new Norvici? All right, later.
All are welcome here, enlightened or not. Why, hello there. What can I help you with? Have you come to seek assistance from the House of Enlightenment? We're here to serve the Cydonia. While we don't have a belief in a greater power, we have faith in humanity, that people will always strive to better the human race. As a community, we come together to help those in need. Food, shelter, basic amenities. We'll provide because that's what people do for one another. Yes, the Enlightened serve as a community-centric institution, much like a traditional church, but without religious faith. For it's the community and faith in one another which is important, not adherence to a particular religious dogma. We'll always be here if you need. Actually, before you go, would you mind helping me out with something? I was debating with my dear friend Horace and would like an outside opinion. He believes that faith in a higher power is what inspires more people to be good. I say that more people do good without any promise of divine reward or retribution. What do you think? Ah, that's an interesting perspective. Thank you. I guess when you get down to it, as long as people are good to each other, it doesn't matter what drives them to be good. I'll be sure to share that with Horace. Why, hello there. That's okay. Maybe the Sanctum Universum is more your speed. If so, you can always speak with Horace over there. Actually, before he believes that, I say that. What do you think? Ah, I guess when you get, I'll be sure.
Crime's at an all-time low.
Can't talk right now. Planet lives up to its name.
Peace be with you.
I can't believe they was What's up with that?
Since you helped us out with the equipment and all, I was wondering if I could talk to you. That's it. Exactly. See, I'd like to go to Reliant Medical for treatment, but my father, Nathan, is an executive with the Reliant. I came to Sidonia to escape him. Nathan is not a good man. Not to me. And I did something terrible to him, so now he is searching far and wide for me. He has connections with doctors throughout the settled systems. I don't know which ones I can trust, and it won't end well for me if they snitch to him. After my mother died in an accident, he changed. He became obsessed with my protection, but he never listened to what that was doing to me. It got worse and worse. First, it was no traveling in ships without one of his pilots. Then, no parties, no drinking, no leaving the house. I obeyed. But he didn't trust me, so he started monitoring everything I did. It became so bad, he once locked me in my room for 2 days after an argument. Can you believe that? A prisoner in my own home. Every day there was yelling, lack of freedom, threats. I had to escape my prison. But even now, I am trapped. If my father finds me, well, I know my father and I fear for my safety. That is a definite. It's worse than you think. I didn't just... After I ditched it above Aquila, I bounced around the... But all that changes if I pop up in the Reliant database. He'll know I'm in Sidonia, and he'll never stop looking for me. Last I heard, he no longer cares for my safety. He only wants revenge. I have little doubt he would throw me in jail for as long as possible. Or worse. Trevor, but you should know. He has powerful and dangerous friends, so you must be careful. If it works, I'll be free. If not... He wasn't always... You could try mentioning her by name. Belinda. He misses her greatly. Thinking about her tends to calm him down. It's worth a try. It just so happens there's a conference he goes to on Neon around this time of year. He always stays at Hotel Volai. He won't see visitors he doesn't know, but maybe he'll talk if you tell him you're there on my behalf. It's risky, but maybe he'll listen if he knows you mean him no harm. I've got it. Bring him a bottle of his favorite whiskey, Red Harvest. That whiskey is exceedingly rare. I'm sure it... As much as possible, yes. I intend to patch things up with him and work with him on our mutual issues. I believe with therapy we could repair our relationship as damaged as it is. Or if you discover it is irreparable, at least you could put the fear of God in him and That should deter him from taking further action. There may be, but getting him to listen to you is the key here. And what I've told you is the surest way I can think of. There was a time he had a falling out with his brother, and that whiskey did the trick to bring them back together. With that gift, he will know I am sincere. Good luck. You can check with Jack at the Broken Spear, and thank you. I hope... Thank you. For if you're still willing, I'd like you to speak with my father. Ideally, you'll... He's presumably at the Hotel Vola in Neon. If you bring him his favorite rare red Harvest Reserve whiskey, he may be inclined to listen to you. I know, but I'd understand if you decided not to help. It's a lot. Later.
Can't believe we're still...
I have a pen pal in New Atlantis. Joy and Horace? I think they get along well enough. Sure, they argue, but that's a good thing. Disagreement's healthy. What good are your beliefs if you never have to defend them? Not to get all sappy, but I lost a son in the war. It's been 20 years, but it still makes my brain a bit swirly thinking about it. Just never got to say goodbye, you know? That bugs me. So I come here to try and get peace. All right.
Mine takes all types. I'll be okay.
Can't say I'm a fan of excitement and drama. Only that I didn't care much for them getting disbanded years ago. And I don't care much for the rumors they're coming back someday.
You don't have to ask me twice.
I am, but you don't look like the type that could afford it. Last person that came through here asking about it didn't even want to drink it. Said he was buying it. Now you got my attention. I do believe you. Why didn't you say so? Tell you what, I'll do that. I'll only charge you what I paid. I sure hope you're not pulling my leg about this. Been serving drinks here? What's your poison? Don't be a stranger.
Just because the governor's office is right out there. I do not understand how anyone can tolerate the lights and the music for long.
Welcome to the Hotel Volai. Are you here to rent a room?
I think you'll be pleasantly surprised that our luxury accommodations are more than reasonably priced. That's the first thing that all of my guests say. My hotel is completely free from administrative influence, so you can rest assured that you'll be actually getting the best value for your credits. Well, almost every business in Neon is subject to ridiculous fees and taxes. They claim that it's because Neon occupies such a prime location, having close proximity to Ryujin and all of the other megacorporations. But I think you and I both know that's not true at all. No miracle, just some good old-fashioned ingenuity. But that's a story for another time.
So, can I book you a room for the night?
To tell you the truth, not really. And that's one of the consequences with the arrangement between Administrator Bayu and myself. He won't hassle me, but there's nothing I can do about my guests being hassled. The last tenant I had was arrested for spitting on the street. As you can imagine, business is not exactly booming. Luckily, I have more than enough capital to cover my expenses, but it still sucks. You mean the stuff Bayu leaves out of the brochures? Don't mind at all. Oh, you noticed that little thing? Yeah, that's Bayu's crown jewel. First of all, you have the Astral Lounge, flowing with Aurora, attracting every tourist within light years of Volai. Then you have exorbitantly priced offices for every megacorp, besides Ryujin, with Xenofresh Fisheries square at the top. And like the cherry at the top of his ego sundae, Bayu's got his private penthouse. I don't even want to think about what goes on up there. Neon has 4 main districts. The ones where Bayu wants you to spend your credits are Bayu Plaza and Ikuchi Market. Those are the glitzy parts of town. Bayu Plaza is the section outside my doors, from the trade tower to the spaceport. Ikuchi Market runs from the Starport Terminal to Ryujin Tower. Not quite as glamorous as the plaza, but still expensive. Then there's Upside, running the perimeter of the upper platform. Probably not the best spot for tourists. Finally, you have the Underbelly, the working class's domain under our feet. Not much down there, but industry and a few random shops. Most of the Underbelly is taken up by Xenofresh and Generdyne's facilities, but there are a few hidden gems you might want to check out. Actually, I'd recommend checking out Off-World Eats. Cosmos and Lee run that place. They're a couple of great guys. No, I don't think so. Upside's filled with a few decent clubs, like Madame Salvage's place and Euphorica. You should check them out. Just watch your back. It's gang territory, which means Neon security tends to ignore what goes on in there. Sounds good. Maybe after you've rented a room for a few nights, I might let you in on my secret. For now, it'll just have to remain a mystery. Sorry. I just need some time to see if I can trust you. I'm sure you understand. Yeah? Just one night, or... I love to hear it. It's nice to see you today. Oh, how nice. His daughter must be feeling very generous. Mr. Ovadia is in his room on the 3rd floor.
Live your best life. We'll be here when you're ready. The Hotel Volai. Sleep. With...
You, my love, are truly something special.
Red Harvest Reserve, huh? I assume this is from my daughter. Well, she knows how to get my attention. So what then? You're working with her? She thinks this will be enough to smooth things over between us? You seem certain of that. I am willing to entertain the idea, but you have to be more convincing than that. Go on, and be aware that I won't hesitate to call security on you if you come any closer. My daughter knows me well. Maybe she is serious about this. Hate? No, of course not. But she mustn't be lawless. Belinda... Oh, I miss her. No. You're right. She would be disgusted with who I've become. I've been dishonoring her memory with my actions. I suppose I've overreacted. She was young, and while foolish, she is still my daughter. And Rivka is all I have left of my wife. I would do her a disservice to incriminate her daughter like that. She told you about that. I'm not proud of it. I've wrestled with it ever since my wife died. I have been a terrible father. It will be up to Rivka how she wants me to make amends, and I will do whatever it takes. If she wants money, she'll get it. If she wants me to go to therapy, I will. Whatever it takes. I promise. Yes. Tell her I will drop the charges immediately and call off the bounty hunters. And I suppose I will seek her out to talk. I may just need a little time to figure out how to say what I need to say. Thank you.
As they say, calling off the bounty hunters is usually the first step to a family reconciliation.
I know I don't deserve it. I should be mad at you. But I think I am merely mad at myself.
Are you here? We have choice accommodation. Maybe after you... Sorry. Enjoy your visit to Neon.
They do say the hardest part is showing up. And I've done that. Oh, jeez. I don't know. You might say I'm having trouble enjoying the local customs. And what's the point of coming here if I'm gonna stay cooped up in my hotel? Believe it or not, I'm actually here for my bachelor party. My fiance wants me to be more adventurous. So I thought, what better place than Neon? But I thought the adventure would just happen by default. I didn't think I'd have to manufacture it on my own. I like that it's not a crate, and I haven't felt anything crawling on me when I sleep. So I feel like they do a good job keeping it clean. Oh, it's just the offhand comment here and there, how I never take risks or don't like adventure. She hasn't said I'm boring, and I don't think I am. But looking at my past, I can't exactly prove that. This is my way of finding out. I've been asking my therapist the same question for years, but he hasn't given me an answer I like yet. True, the city is known for Aurora, so I figured I should try that. But I talked with Dr. Manning about how it works, and now I'm skeptical. No, wait, not skeptical? Terrified. I definitely feel like he came at me with an agenda. But I don't care about my health, safety, or well-being. I only care about my marriage. And if being a drug-addled degenerate is what my baby wants, that's what she'll get. I think I want to start with something less damaging to my central nervous system. Supposedly, Madame Sauvage sells a drink called Velocity that's almost like a drug. There's also some local swill people swear by called Blend over at Legrand's Liquors. What do you think? Good idea. That's what I need to do. Go full speed ahead. I'll try Velocity first. But not right away. I need to prepare myself for the ritual. But hey, next time you come back to Neon, do me a favor and check in on me. Make sure I'm not dead.
See you around with us.
Ah, whenever I eat here, I cannot help but taste dust and dirt. I do not think I am imagining it.
Hey, get out. Oh, come on. I hope it's a... Damn it. All right.
How's the saying go? Show no mercy, leave no quarter? Well then, what can I do you for? Ooh, should I tell you? What the hell. It got me in trouble, but it's a good story. So, I got a bounty for this guy. Real tough spacer, you know? I find a ship, board without him knowing, and I literally catch him with his pants down, getting ready for the day or something, I don't know. Anyway, before he can react, I tackle him to the ground to cuff him, and he lets off a sly quip thinking he's got game, but I don't take kindly to that kind of advance, see? And well, bounty says alive or dead, so I make the call and I put him down. Anyway, turns out it wasn't the right guy, but this guy was also wanted. What are the odds, right? Well, the Alliance didn't think it was as funny as I did, so now I'm stuck here helping new recruits.
Have you tried the chamomile tea? It's so good.
Well, if you're a tracker, then you've been there, right? That's where you're gonna find the good missions. The kind of missions I wish I was doing, rather than being stationed here on this old dusty rock trying to get freelancers to use the mission board. Oh, darling, I don't know why you're asking when you already know the answer. We're the baddest bounty hunters in the settled systems. People pay us to find criminals, scum, and other lowlives when they don't want to or can't track them down themselves. Wow, they didn't tell you about them at HQ? The mission boards are usually in spaceport bars like the Broken Spear right behind you. Trackers Alliance posts bounty jobs on them, but you can find all sorts of freelance missions. Good way to make some creds. But I'll be honest, the better missions come from the elite mission board at the HQ. All these other ones are easy enough for a freelancer to handle. Oh, darling, a bounty on you. That is quite the pickle you've gotten yourself into. This ain't a normal bounty. Looks like someone's paying Ecliptic and paying them good. But don't worry, sugar, I got you. For 3,000 creds, I can make sure your sheet's as clear as a summer night on Parima. Of course, if you... Good. If you recall, I'm only stationed here because of a mistake I made. Been bugging me ever since.
The bounty that got away. Now, I heard rumors that this no-good, dirty quarry's been lurking around Mars, but I ain't had the good fortune of him strolling on in here. I think he's smart enough to know better. I got a plan in place to find him, but I gotta prove to my other tracker contact that he's here. That's where you come in. Just gotta plant a sensor. No danger to you. Ken Placus, smuggler. The worst kind. Deals in all sorts of black market goods. He's wanted for grand theft, human trafficking, murder, you name it. He's also extremely good at what he does. He's eluded the best of UC security for years. He's even slipped by our own trackers, myself included. I'm convinced he set me up to fail, found a look-alike to unwittingly take a fall, made me look bad. So I'm sure you understand it's kind of personal. He doesn't know it, but he's got a chip in him with a unique ID. Part of the reason he's learned to keep out of the major cities and settlements. Trackers always manage to find him when he comes to town, so he just stays away. But he's a slippery fella. That's why I want to send someone to catch him where he feels safe, just along the outskirts. Sensors tuned to that chip. Makes sense now, don't it? Hell no! If I'd have wanted you to do that, I'd be asking you to do that. Nah, I got a good friend. Tracker buddy who stuck by me through and through. Gonna split the haul with him as soon as he brings the mark in. That ain't up for debate or negotiation. Under no circumstances are you to interact with my quarry, or you'll find yourself at the wrong end of a bounty. Alright, so, you're gonna want to take this here sensor and put it way up at the tippy top of the old Mars launchpad tower, where it's nice and unobstructed. You're gonna want to make sure you've got a boost pack to help get yourself up there, or else it's gonna be a tough climb. Mars gravity's on the low side, but not that low. It'll track down my Mark's chip signal, assuming he shows, and I'll call in my partner to take care of him. Clear out and come back to me as soon as you're done so you don't spook the quarry. Get it? Got it? Good. You're doing me a solid. Get yourself a boost pack and use it to get to the top of the old Mars launchpad tower. Place the sensor and get out of there ASAP. Don't linger around. Simple as that. Then come back here for your pay. Yeah.
20 years ago, I moved to Chicago.
Working the deep mines?
It will still be difficult. There's a lot we need to speak about, but I think we may be able to mend our relationship, thanks to you. I doubt it will come to that, but yes. I now know I have a friend I can count on when I'm in trouble. Yes. It sounded sincere. I can tell. And if I'm being truthful, I secretly hoped he would come to his senses. Of course. That is a good first step, and I'm willing to let him back into my life, bit by bit, as long as he proves his words and commits to change. Without your intervention, this would not have been possible. I'm feeling things between my father and...
Where you work. Tired of commuting from distant systems to Sidonia every day? Lux Condominiums has premium apartments available to rent. Whether you need single, double, or family occupancy, Lux has you covered. Inquire today.
trackers normally work. Good. I'm already getting readings from it. Nothing yet, but when he shows, we'll get him. Here's your pay. Think of it. This tracker business suit. We did. Soon after you left, the signal pinged. Soon as it did, I sent word to my fellow tracker, and he made a move on our guy. And on top of that, we bagged another wanted criminal. Turns out our guy was using the launch pad as a rendezvous point to traffic illicit goods, including human organs and worse. We caught the buyer as well, thanks to you. Careful out there.
Stay away from the sixth circle.
assignment, but you all are here because you can handle it. So any questions, concerns, anything at all giving you pause, you come see Dr. Walker or I. Little problems left unchecked become big problems. And we fix big problems here, not make them. Now let's get to work. Welcome, everyone, to the TMD.
Yes?
Never a dull moment. Always good to have you on site, Captain.
I sincerely hope there's adequate security for this facility. I hope that we have not ultimately
Interest
made
you
a
in a new
mistake in
assignment?
resurrecting this place.
Who knows? Probably need to cut me down and count the rings to figure it out at this point. I joined UC DRIP, Defense Research and Initiative Program, right after graduation. Worked on all kinds of projects, but I fell hard for Xenobio. Way I saw it, nature had already figured out plenty more than we ever will. So, why not just copy some of the answers? Initially, it was a lot of material sciences, using carapace to make tougher ship hulls, biofluids for helmet glass that didn't fog. But when the war started looming, top brass in the UC military had other ideas for what we should be looking into. That's where xenoweapons got started. There was a team before us, set up in some secret base somewhere, that laid down a fair bit of groundwork on the field. But when a lab accident took them down, they called on Hadrian and I to take up the mantle, set in motion everything that's come since. Oh yeah, known each other since the xenoweapons team first set up on Mars. You can imagine my shock when I walked into this place for the first time and found some plucky 19-year-old was gonna be my partner. We were supposed to be co-heads initially, but you've dealt with Hadrian. You can imagine about how long that lasted. But the Major knew her stuff. Saw potential in all her staff and knew how to get the best out of them. Kind of bull only an uncynical woman like Hadrian could pull off. For all the damage that group did, we were, well, we were real tight-knit. Having that back, it's nice. Why? You want to watch an old man squirm? What we did back then, we were trying to win a war. We used every tool we had, tools we were permitted to use at the time, to try and win it. Well, UC did what the situation demanded, just like all of us did. And frankly, it's been too damn long for me to hold a grudge anymore. But at least now, with the TMD, some of that work is finally being put to better ends. Makes looking back a little less painful. You heard right. These terramorph attacks, they caught the UC off guard. UC Brass doesn't like that. So, they want us patrolling the front lines of xenological life, ensure we've got intel on any possible new alien threats. Which means, we need someone to track down said aliens, and harvest samples from them. And not just any sample from these animals is gonna do either. We're trying to build a comprehensive picture here, which requires specific cells from specific family lines of some oftentimes unfriendly creatures. But since dealing with unfriendly creatures falls square in your wheelhouse, well, I figured we might be able to recruit you for the task. This isn't the same sort of harvesting you and Hadrian were doing with the Terramorphs. A little will go a long way here. If you can get close enough to these creatures to harvest from them directly, you should be able to collect what we need without killing them. I checked with Lieutenant Walter before heading out. A good EM weapon could serve you well on these missions. Though, if heavens forbid, there's no viable option other than putting the things down. We're only talking a select few specimens here. These populations will recover. Pretty much every beast, behemoth, critter, and chimera humanity's run across is on the list. But we can send in-house researchers after the little guys. Your job will be primarily dealing with the, more troublesome species. Glad to hear it. There is just one additional wrinkle. UC spec this as a one-person job, but I convinced them this sort of task merits expert backup. So, if you're interested, they've agreed to let you take Hadrian with you. You'll have to convince her, of course, but I don't think she'll fight you too badly. We could use Hadrian here, absolutely, but we have other scientists. Not a lot of other people can go up against apex predators and come home again and again. You and Hadrian are the right people for this job. I expect she wouldn't mind too badly being out there herself, so pay her a visit before you head out. Now, let's get you the details of your first quarry. Here you go. Head there, find your specimens, and bring those samples back here. I'll have a tech waiting outside to collect them from you. And remember, just don't let those stay sharp out there. Come back to us in one piece.
I find Mars much more agreeable than Nira. I'm not certain. After the disbanding of the Red Devils and the Xeno Warfare team, I was put into storage. I do not know how I came to be reactivated, but a partially deleted log suggests sale to a non-military third party. I presume this third party was responsible for transporting me to Nira and providing me with my new directive: eliminate the planet's remaining Xeno weapons. I have no additional data on the subject. My primary work was accompanying Major Sanan and Dr. Walker on field assignments to collect specimens for possible battlefield application. But on more than one occasion, I was actively deployed. My time on Nira, directing Unit 99 and its siblings against Freestar forces, was such a deployment. That is correct. Major Sanan is responsible for my creation. The work of the Xeno Warfare team required a vast array of specializations. Field scientists capable of surviving in deadly environs. Soldiers delicate enough to leave dangerous Xeno life forms subdued, but unharmed. Major Sanan constructed me in an attempt to accomplish all those needs. I believe my field record would show that she was successful. Closing log.
Hey. Okay, I'm listening. Things are good. It's nice to see the place cleaned up again. Brings back a lot of old memories. Been great so far. I'm happy to be working with Percival again. I think the TMD's set up to make a real difference in the settled systems. I'm honored to be a part of it. Backup? Maybe. Why do you ask? Oh, I'm flattered, but Expert backup, huh? Sounds like Percival's just trying to... It's not in my nature to say no when someone asks for help. Especially, I saw myself staying at the TMD for the long haul. If you really need backup... You can count on me to pull my weight. I'll always help out in combat, and I'm happy to assist you with any research, too. Having an extra xenosociologist around on this assignment sure couldn't hurt. Yeah. Thank you for the offer. I'll head out soon. I just need to talk to
See you, Captain.
Now would be a good time to reprioritize what we bring with us and what we leave behind. Or sell. Or throw away.
That stuff's all glass.
Okay, hello.
That's correct. Would you happen to know the person's ID now?
Hey. Yes. Pardon.
Military-grade hardware. Everything up to...
They put you through that mind control resistance test? Any brains come running out your ears? No?
Hello.
Yes. What?
Okay. Hello.
Hey.
Howdy.